Welcome to Friday Update. Okay, so if you've been keeping track, you would know that a couple weeks ago I didn't do a Friday Update. It's because my Aunt Laura sadly passed away due to complications with diabetes, and last week I uploaded a slideshow that my mom actually made, and so anyway, if you haven't checked it out, do, because I haven't been getting very many views lately. Anyway, enough of that. I kind of want to go over something that someone, I don't remember if it was Sohaib that asked me about this, but someone asked me about this. About if you saw the video with me explaining how, you know, what happened when I had my near death experience, and how Adam possessed me and all that. Someone actually asked me, but it was a fly. Anyway, because once Adam left my body, how come I didn't, you know, lose consciousness and vomit or whatever that usually happens when you break free of possession? Well, that only happens if you're under possession by a demon. If it's just a ghost, it really doesn't have all that much of an effect on you. You're aware of what's going on, and okay, if you're under possession for a long time, like 5 hours straight, maybe you'll lose consciousness. But that's not just. But that's not all I want to go over. This is another confession video. Okay, so I found out that I am a medium back when I was a sophomore in high school. And so I was under possession at some point. I want to say in late January, early February, somewhere around that time period. This is intense what I'm gonna confess, because I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a very long time. Let me explain. There's a group of ghosts that I talk to. I refer to them as the Elders. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Gerard's mom, Joseph from the Bible, the Virgin Mary, Robin Williams, Syd Barrett of Pink Floyd, and my dumbass ancestor Juan. Why I say this? Because Juan gave me... I really can't get into too much detail, but Juan gave me an order and I just ignored him, and I paid the ultimate price for ignoring protocol, or whatever he called it. Okay, so the girl I liked at the time, I had just asked her to be my Valentine, and she said yes. So I was pretty happy. And Elijah, if you're watching this, brace yourself, because keep in mind, I did not do it. I did not do it. Anyway, Juan, this fucking dumbass jumped in my body when I was passing Isabel in the hallway, and I said hi to her, and she walked over and gave me a big hug. This dumbass jumped in my body and fucking kissed her on the cheek, on the forehead. I'm just thinking to myself, actually thought to him out loud afterward. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because she was already dating some guy that I'm not going to reveal his name. Because, well, all I can say is he used to be a regular on Friday Update last year. That's all I'm going to say, and that's all you need to know. Anyway, so at first I couldn't get too mad. Obviously, I was pretty pissed. But I said that I was going to let it go because Isabel really didn't seem to mind. But this dumbass does the same thing again 5 or 6 more times, to the point where it's really gonna hurt for me to say this, but because of that, Isabel was not talking to me for a very long time after that, and she was not happy with me at all. Either because she decided she wanted to distance herself from me, or the guy she was dating at the time told her to do so. Because obviously, me and her were still friends, but our friendship was kind of on the rocks. There's something caught in my braces. Anyway, so then all of a sudden, the same day I realized that Isabel had a problem with it, earlier that morning, Juan, this dumbass, again, this is the definite reason why he's a dumbass. You see, my friend Bobby Carter, a girl Bobby, throughout high school, anytime, sophomore year and junior year, every single morning that I saw her, she walked over to me and gave me a really big hug. This idiot kisses her on the cheek right in front of her boyfriend. I almost got my ass beat because of his dumb ass. As you can tell by my tone, I do not like my ancestor. He's not even technically my ancestor. He's my ancestor's brother. Nowadays, anytime Juan gives me protocol, I just give him the finger. Because Isabel did not talk to me. Well, she said hi to me occasionally. But other than that, she did not want anything to do with me. From February until after spring break that year. After her and that guy broke up. Still to this day, obviously with Bobby, me and Bobby made up the next day. Because it was just the one-time thing, and I explained to her what happened. But Isabel did not talk to me for a very long time because of Juan. And looking back on it now, I don't blame her at all. And which leads me to something else. Ever since middle school, there's been a rumor saying that I have been crushing on Isabel the whole time. That is not true. I've even had beef with almost 4 guys that she's dated because of that bullshit rumor. And the only reason I won is because I proved to them that they were just being idiots. That I was really crushing on someone else. That I was crushing on different girls. And that rumor has been following me around for so long. The next time I hear someone ask me that, they're gonna get it. And I'm a man of my word. And I'm like Eminem. Verbally, okay, physically, obviously, most of the time I'm a pacifist. But if you provoke me, if you're obviously bigger than me, I'll fight you verbally. And I'm like Eminem. I will tear you apart. I will talk about you, your secrets, your mom, and everything in between. I'll even ask around about you, find out your weaknesses, and use them against you. Bottom line, you do not want to mess with me. To kind of wrap this up, obviously, me and Isabel are all good now. And we really don't really talk about, but I just thought that I would get it off my chest. And on one hand, I'm actually kind of glad. I'm actually kind of glad that me and her, spent some time apart. Because it brought us closer together. And I'm glad to have her as a friend. And I just prayed and prayed and prayed that something would come along, because she doesn't even know I'm a medium. When I explained that I wasn't gonna kiss her on the cheek anymore, I just explained that I didn't know any better because of my autism. One of the elders advised me to say that as a cover-up, and as soon as I said that, it's like it never even happened. But yeah, they kind of wrap this up because I'm running out of time. Elijah, if you see this, whatever chance you get, please show Isabel this. Even though it's old news and she probably doesn't even care anymore, I just want her to know that it wasn't really me. Just because I just know someone in the future is going to use what happened against me. As harsh as that might sound, you never know. But anyway, this has been Friday Update. I'll see you next week. See ya.